Small steps,
big victories.
Hi, we're PersonalPD.
So meet our team. Our company's first product, PersonalPD, was inspired by personal connections we have to people who are struggling with this disease, such as family members and friends. Our areas of expertise include development, design, marketing, and management.
So in addition to barriers for adequate care that many people with Parkinson's disease face, like financial hardship, there are also many symptoms that patients with Parkinson's disease face, both physical and mental symptoms.
So solutions, what does PersonalPD do? Well, it reduces the barriers for those who suffer with Parkinson's disease physically, mentally, and financially.
Our app addresses both goals 3 and 10 of the UN Sustainable Development Goals by breaking down a lot of the financial barriers that people with Parkinson's disease experience, and that's why our app is free during download and during use. Apps that already exist on the market include StrivePD and Beats Medical Parkinson's app. These include daily check-ins and metronome therapy. Our app is different because although it uses metronome therapy, we use beats of songs as audio cues, and that increases motivation when exercising. We also have hand coordination games to increase interactivity and a community platform to stimulate support groups that so many hospitals offer.
So next, our user base. Our user base is consistent of patients, caretakers, and physical therapists. Patients have access to communities and games to help track their symptoms. Caretakers have access to online support groups, and they can connect with other caretakers and have emotional support. And physicians and physical therapists can monitor their patients' progress. Moving on to our market, our age group consists of ages 18 and above, and around 1 million people in the United States right now have Parkinson's disease, and this number is expected to rise to 1.2 in upcoming years.
Moving on to the features of our app, our first one is a walking pace planner. So on the left, you can see our UI design, and on the right is a code that we've developed so far. On the top right, you can see a bunch of numbers, which essentially represent the different tempos of different songs, arranged from least or the lowest tempo to the greatest tempo, and organized into groups so that they can be inputted into the days of the week, year, etc.
So next we'll be talking about our hand coordination game. On the left, you can see the UI design, and on the right is our app. So essentially how the game works is that there will be colorful dots that pop up randomly on the screen. This will allow the users to help with their hand tremors. So a lot of people with Parkinson's struggle with tremors in their hands, so this can kind of help them take and regain control back over their hands.
Next is our medications reminder list. On the side, you can see on the right side, you can see our actual app. The left side is our UI design. The user can enter the time, the medication, and the dosage, and they'll be reminded at that time to take their dosage. Next is our community platform, in which users can interact with other users on the platform, and you can interact with multiple users, including group chats, which stimulate support groups, and you can also interact with specific users. There are voice to text features as well as a report feature for security.
So features. So what we want to do is make sure that the app is compatible with Android users, as well as a physician communication system where physicians and doctors of the user can actually see their progress, maybe through emails or if they're signed up for the app as well. Also different languages and a symptom tracker, and also better security for our community platform feature. So revenue. So again, as we had said, in order to break down these financial barriers, we hope that our app will be free to download. So in order to make a profit, what we're going to do is have ads on our app pop up every 30 minutes, and that will help us generate that revenue that we need. So for our investment, we're hoping for $25,000 in return for 15% of equity for our company. For years 1 through 2, we hope on bettering our marketing as well as have additional features. As we had listed above. Also through year 2 through 3, we hope to have better marketing through social media and advertisements, and also working with other hospitals and organizations. In year 3 through 5, we hope to expand our team to help us maybe with debugging the app and just making the app overall better.
So thank you for your time and your consideration, and we'll open it up for questions now.
Going to questions from our judges over here. Have you guys tested this at an elderly care facility yet?
We actually haven't because we're still in the process of developing the app, but we have collected surveys from Parkinson's disease patients and used their feedback to improve our app based off of the needs that are most important to them.
As we have also interviewed other neurologists and doctors who work with people with Parkinson's to see like their ideas on what they would want to see in the app for their patients.
You guys mentioned you interviewed different neurologists. We were wondering if you had any neurologists that were interested on maybe being like a mentor or an advisor for your team. Go ahead.
Sorry, were you go ahead and finish.
We're just wondering, kind of on the cap table of people that are interested in developing the software, right? Is it something that the neurologist is very interested in and kind of working with you guys on that development, or was it more of a one-time interview situation?
They actually mentioned at the end of the interview that they'd like to see the app once it's fully developed to use it and to test it out. So we're planning on, during our testing process to include physicians in the process because they mentioned that that's something that they would like to do.
And another question was brought up about kind of the regulations and the long line and money that goes into getting those licenses and regulations passed. We were wondering if there's any sort of approval that's necessary on this side, if it's being prescribed as something to actually help symptoms, or is this just kind of more of like a unapproved app sort of option?
So we're working to get it approved by physicians and physical therapists, but until then, we're making sure it's clear that this is not replacing any therapy. Instead, it's working in junction with therapy, and it's just kind of a back support in case one day they feel like they can't drive. They can use our app from home instead. So at the moment, it's definitely not trying to replace any of that, but we are working on that.
Do you guys have any partners with therapy firms? Have you reached out to any local therapists in the area?
Yes, we have reached out to other therapists and also gotten their ideas on the app. Also working along with some organizations to help kind of market the app. We're working currently with PMD Alliance to help. We're going to send this app in the newsletter, and we're hoping to work more with them to get our app out there.
To PMD Alliance?
Yes.
Yes, PMD Alliance.
That's all the questions we have for now. We'll reach back out if they have any more.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.